you are technically a business owner, and how do you like kind of carve time out for the business? Because like, since you are like so into the art, it is very counterintuitive for most artists. Yeah, to think about like revenue generating, fundraising, all that kind of thing. Yeah. Do you like, I don't know, how do you even like carve time out for that kind of?
Well, it's the freelance life and kind of being so immersed in the stuff that you do does make it tough to, switch off or switch modes.
Yeah.
That's more my wife's job in the company.
So she's like BD/boss/
Yeah, she handles the books. We wouldn't exist without what she's doing.
But prior to her, or she already like day one fan?
Since we started Metamo.
Whoa. That's about 2-3 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is great because again, not a programmer. She knows how to use Excel. So that's like a requirement to doing that aspect of the business.
Is it like accountant history?
Yep, exactly. Pay slips and all that. The stuff that you got to do to like be a legitimate business and not just a guy doing stuff. There is a difference.
Yes.
So, very lucky that she's taken on that role.
That's great. You guys really like, you found a team already. And that makes things like infinitely easier.
It is, artists, myself included, always, well, I'm not going to speak for all artists, but of course, for myself, it's like, I can, when we started Geylang Crunk, I can do all this stuff on my own. And it's gotten easier and easier to do that stuff, but then once you get somebody else who is on your wavelength and is on the same page, it's like, we can do so much more now. And that's, Zushan with the music. I'm not a musician. I don't,
super informed listener.
Never knew, I didn't know how the software and stuff would watch over his shoulder, but, got to learn how to do it. It's all, music and making art, it's all art. And once you figure out how the processes work, anybody can do it. Anybody can be a SoundCloud producer.
Yes, correct. It's like you learn the basic formula then, and then it's enough to express yourself.
Exactly. And, you shouldn't feel like you've got to be stuck to some set of rules when it comes to making, certainly not, music.
Yeah. But back to your, I want to back to your wife, right? Okay. Because she's like technically the KPI person. Does the KPI person and the creative departments have a lot of arguments? It's like, hey, you should do this. Stop doing this. It's wasting a lot of money.
No, not that many. There's been some, but it's usually over dumb things like, maybe shouldn't have bought that asset pack for the reel that I just wanted to buy.
Yeah, man.
It's very smooth though.
Yeah.
It's smooth. It's good.
Because I personally also work with my girlfriend. So it's like also 3-man team, me, my girlfriend and Harvey. Yeah. So it's like kind of like similar situation to you. And then, how to say, so far we are very smooth. But then the thing is like, I've received so much external advice like, hey, don't work with your family member, like cause a rift or something.
That is true.
Yeah.
Don't work with your friends. To me, of course, if the wavelengths aren't in sync, that can cause trouble.
Yeah.
And sometimes, it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yep.
That's part of learning how to run a business and do creative work, and you can't force it when it comes to creative stuff.
Yes.
Because you'll just not be satisfied with it. And so we've been lucky. We've we've kind of been, humming along for 4 years. Never had any, I think the only big argument we ever got into is when I don't understand what she's doing with the, invoices and stuff. And that's my fault where I don't, why are we paying them this much?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like even accounting, I learned some from my mom. Is like so many softwares that you need to go through, this tax, that tax, balancing in and out money. Oh my god. What would I call it? Like 3-tier ledger accounting or something. What the fuck, It's like,
yeah, well,
that's part and parcel of owning a company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you want to be legit,